Regardless of background, the Youth Day fosters solidarity, social cohesion, and national unity. As governments and civil society, we use this Youth Day today as a launching pad for youth policies, for youth programs, and campaigns aimed at addressing youth-related concerns that will be presented to us today. I therefore request government and development partners present here today to listen to the youth and devise all possible means to ensure that we solve their issues and their concerns that they raised to us today, but above all, adopt a youth-led approach to development, because young people, that is the children and the youth that are here today, are the majority of Uganda's population. The Youth Day also provides an opportunity for dialogue between youth and older generations, fostering understanding, mentorship, and collaboration. Our guest of honor, also the Youth Day is also a celebration of achievements and contribution of young people in areas of education, sports, arts, technology, and community service. And this recognition boosts confidence and motivates the young people when they are recognized on what they are doing to ensure that we have development in this country. If you are not serving the young people, then the question would be, whom are you serving? And I'm sure that the discussions that are going to have today, the exchanges that we are going to have today, are going to contribute to the development of our country, Uganda. I say all that for God and my country. Thank you very much.
And I also take this privilege to present the issue paper that stemmed from the Youth Parliament held on the 1st of October 2025. This issue paper is on the bottlenecks of inclusion and meaningful engagement over the youths in decision making. Inadequate representation by the youth leaders was one of the key issues identified through this parliament. Most especially at the national youth level, there have been issues where youths have been undermined. The parliament also deliberated on the issue of unfavorable policies and structural exclusion, basically on the issues of refugees who face documentation challenges and also high costs for business registration. The youth also deliberated on the issues of mishandling of the PDM guidelines, clearly with evidence that the 30% to the youth has not been given to them. Besides this, the issues of cultural barrier and social barriers have continued to be a bottleneck to affecting the youth. Questions like, can a woman be an MP? Tribal discrimination also continues to be an issue raised through by the youths, especially during elections. Amongst these were issues on sexual abuse and harassment, which are silent epidemic affecting the female youth participation in election. The youth with hearing impairment, who are also part of this youth parliament, they have been sidelined. The fear and the intimidation continues to be one of the issues that this paper is addressing. The youth who attempt to demand accountability or question are most especially arrested, harassed, and intimidated. Based on the above issues, we, the youth of Arua City, and from the concrete discussion from the Youth Parliament held on 1st of October 2025, and to all those who are gathered in here to listen to our pleas, we therefore recommend the following. We request upon strengthened mindset change interventions. We believe if full operationalization of the PDM mindset pillar, which has particularly been placed under the supervision of the city leadership, should actually come clearly to put more emphasis on the mindset change more than the disbursement processes. Focus on leadership, accountability, and patriotism should also be very key. We also would wish to see how there could be a traction on the implementation and the impact of programs like PDM, increase transparency and accountability mechanism, most especially at ward level and also the division level. We call upon institutional safe spaces for youth dialogue. Through this one-off parliament, the youth were able to bring out issues that the PDM committee could not address, that the city could not address. We therefore think safe spaces like the youth parliament, which continue to be very key to youth participation, must be more voted for in terms of the city budget and the national budget and many other platforms under which the youth can express themselves. The issue paper also recommends the promotion to promote economic empowerment and innovation, which are very key on our NDP and on most of our interventions of the government. Having said all the above, in conclusion, I would wish to say that if only the above ideas and the concrete recommendations are put into action, we shall have an inclusive Uganda, we shall have an inclusive Arua city, and we shall have an inclusive youth where we see development and peace reign to us. I say all this for God and my country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother, for those powerful words.
If you people don't believe in working together, we in ghettos will believe in working together. Because in this season, we don't want to be discouraged by political leaders on their self-interest. We need to work together for the good of our city. We are tired of always coming to use us in the political season and go. You use us, you abandon us, you go. At the end, later, we go for our assholes, you start, son of Flan is a thief. Son of Flan is a criminal. Son of Flan is smoking opium. What about yours? You use my energy to feed your kids and you call me thief. God will punish you. Let's get some solution to unite this ghetto youths together. Number two, how might we help some of these ghetto youths to come out of the trauma they have been passing through? If these government officials here, let them take these issues serious. And it is you who use us wrongly, we turn us back to you. If you use us right, we shall do right things to you. From today, any political leader which goes around the ghetto leaders to confuse them with the 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, go and destroy my opponent's land, go and destroy Flan. That one will not happen. It will happen over my dead body. And you ghetto leaders around, when you are found on it, you will pay the consequences. We don't need a riot in this city again.
Ghetto Boys Warrior, thank you so much for coming in this number. I know transformation is going on. In future, you are going to be better people. But I want to engage you and ensure that push very committed leaders who will pursue your issues. Our partners in development, I want to thank you so much for supporting this day, especially the sensitized Uganda. The youth have been able to get the PDM funds and many others. I want to encourage you, those who have got it, to make positive use of it. Don't think that it is a government property, it is for the government. It is there to transform you. We should also ensure that as the youth are benefiting, the female youth should also benefit. I'm seeing there's a lot of discrimination where many male youth are getting, but the female youth is marginalized. Let's move together because we are preparing them as future mothers. We don't want to have desperate future mothers the way we were. So the female youth, rise up, demand for your rights. Thank you so much for God and my country.
I take this opportunity to welcome my boss, that is the Youth Council Chairperson, Arua City, to come and say one or two things so that we go.
Guest of honor,
the young people had come up with their action points that one of my colleagues had been speaking about. Guest of honor, I pray that in your office, if you can make sure that these action points that the young people had come up with, these are the issues that young people are going through. And please, I beg that your office need to look onto it to see that next year, when we are here speaking about the achievement of the young people, we need to see that how far have we gone with the action points that we had come with in the Youth Parliament. At least in these 5 years, we want to see that the one-stop youth center needs to be functional. And right now, if you go to the one-stop youth center, guest of honor, you will see that at least the way we got it, and these young leaders transformed them to know that it's really a one-stop youth center. That's why, as we are planning for this youth day, most of the activities have been done in the youth center.
So I want to thank all the partners for empowering the young people. I have listened very carefully to the debate that what the young people have raised during this debate. The other man he first come here. I want you to clap for this scene. Let's clap for him. Honesty. When he was presenting this report, I even asked my brother who is representing the MP. I said, who is that guy? The guy was very composed, reading the thing, not even shaking. May God bless you. I think one time you will become a legislator. So that is the benefit of this youth parliament. I encourage the young people to attend the parliament. It is where you can raise your voice. You raise your issues. Then government will come and other agencies may come in and help you. Ladies and gentlemen, as I say, young people, let us work where you have the work to do. Let us work. When I was chairman of Uri Division, I normally tell people, in control my account, probably you can make 1,000 per day. You do it. Let's stop discriminating the work. Let's do what is necessary. Therefore, this day is government recognizes it. It's very, very important. I want to thank the youth from Arua with the support of these partners that it is organized. I want to thank the City Council for helping them to ensure that the day is celebrated.
Honorable leaders present, distinguished guests, youth representatives, ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply honored to stand before you today as chief guest for this year's International Youth Day. This day is not just a day on the calendar. It is the global recognition of the power, potential, and promise of young people. The youth are not the leaders of tomorrow. They are the active builders of today. That is the active builders young people are showing to the nation. We have seen various initiatives. We have seen Sensitize Uganda has been started by a young person. So that is why as youth, you are active builders of today. You are not only leaders of tomorrow. With over 75% of Uganda's population under the age of 30, our future depends entirely on how we empower and invest in the support of our young people. So as government, as civil society, as community leaders, if we are not going to invest in the potential of our young people, then our nation is going to be in tatters. However, we cannot ignore the challenges facing the young people. Unemployment remains one of the greatest obstacles to Today I call upon all youth in Arua City. Embrace education and skills training. I'm very much grateful to hear from the report that you presented. Most of our young people have benefited from the government initiative of skilling, the presidential program. And this is what we are calling for. Can we go for skilling? Can we go and upgrade ourselves? Can we go back to education? Seek opportunities in agriculture. Many young people look at agriculture as a dirty job. So can we now start to seek opportunities in agriculture? Can we start to seek opportunities in technology? Can we start to seek opportunities in entrepreneurship? These are the engines. These are the engines of local and global development. Can we start to look at them? So this is the rightful time for you, the young people, to come out openly and present these issues without fear and fear.
One person from Yuka Primary, one from Greater Hope, one person from Greater Hope Christian Forward, one person from Kings and Queens.
Arua!